Good evening, everyone. Good evening to all our respected participants, faculty members, and guests. On behalf of Faculty of Law, Integral University, Lucknow, and Law Teachers India, I extend a warm welcome to today's session of the second edition of the 15-day online capacity building program (FTP) on AI technology and law. In this session, we'll explore a highly relevant and thought-provoking theme, which is predictive justice using AI for just or bias. As artificial intelligence increasingly enters judicial and quasi judicial spaces, the question of whether it promotes fairness or perpetuates bias becomes critical to our legal system's integrity. To guide us through this complex and evolving topic, we are privileged to have with us Dr. Navtika Singh Nautiyal, an accomplished academic, researcher, and international speaker. Dr. Nautiyal is an assistant professor of law at School of Law, Forensic Justice and Policy Studies, National Forensic Science University's Delhi campus. With over 12 years of teaching and research experience, she holds a postdoctoral fellowship from MICHR Italy in human rights and artificial intelligence. She is a PhD in intercountry adoption laws and and holds an LLM in criminal law and human rights from the ILI Indian Law Institute, New Delhi. She has published more than 50 scholarly works, edited 3 books with reputed publishers, including Thomson Reuters, and presented over 90 research papers at national and international forums. Dr. Nautiyal has also represented India at the 10th and 11th Worldwide GAGE conferences in Indonesia and South Africa on full scholarships. Her expertise, combined with her research in AI and human rights, makes her uniquely placed to lead today's discussion on predictive justice. Please join me in warmly welcoming Dr. Navtika Singh Nautiyal. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Vikasji, for this elaborate introduction. And thank you so much, Dr. Kalpesh, sir, for having me here. I'm truly honored to have, on this wonderful evening of Tuesday with this August, number of participants. I can see 88 of them have already joined on this Tuesday evening, because Tuesday is a day where we all stuck. We just geared it up and then stuck it up that whether to move forward or not. However, the moment I just opened the chat box of even Zoom, it has given me an option of AI. And if you'll just scroll on your system, if you have updated your Zoom, because lately the update has come, it is now giving an option of AI companion. That means you don't need a person in life. The artificial intelligence is ready to take you, even that space of companion and even a friend. So friends, where one side we say is that technology doesn't bias people. If it is 2 plus 2, not like advocate we all ask, we can make it 2 also and 22 also. AI will make it 4 only. Why? Because we have to put the formula to it. The formula says if 2 plus 2 has 2 added, it will be 4 only. However, humans can make it 222, even 222. Humans can do any wonders. But when the word intelligence comes, we used to say that humans are the only intelligent species. However, animals proven none less than us. They have their own intelligence, but the intelligence differs. The intelligence is like choice of food. Recently, I was reading about pigeons. I am not taking much of your time, but I'm just putting up the word intelligence. The pigeons also have some of the small particles of stones whenever they are, eating any kind of grains. They don't, chew the grains. They just pick the grains and, with the stones, when they fly, the grains with the stones crushed in their stomach. That is the intelligent system. Pigeon in their digestive system. Just imagine the level of intelligence that I need to have. Some of the, and that is because of mother nature. It may not be, the intelligence gradually been developed by pigeons. Same if we'll go to kangaroos. They keep their babies in their pocket. because they will be hopping from one place to another. That is intelligence. So humans has nothing doing with intelligence, that we are not the only species on earth that we are intelligent. Another species which we all have developed, we all, not the animals, is the machine. When machine has been developed, and a system has come that, okay, let's make a system where we will be having the smarter work. For everything, humans has to do the harder work. Let's make some of the systems, some of the algorithms, some of the applications, some of the softwares which will make the work simple, or do the work in a simple manner, so that we humans can focus more on important aspects. Okay, fine, very good. We have started the struggle from 1950s, and in the year 1996, at least in India, internet has come and a revolution has come. But later on, a word came, that is AI. What is artificial intelligence? Why we are talking about, for the very first session in, or second session, sorry, in this particular program, about the biases it has. So before understanding the biases, we have to understand its background. Let's understand the background. Let me allow to share my screen. Friends, let me just take this, little opportunity to call you all my friends, because I don't know your age, gender. I don't want to even create a biases on those things. Let me just call you friends, so that we all can work on this particular topic, which is predictive justice. Friends, what is justice? Why we all, are so bothered about this particular thing, that if there will be predictive justice using the AI, there may be some chances of just and some chances of biases. I'm not calling right now that there are chances of biasness. There could be just fair and reasonable things, because as we recently discussed, machine does not differentiate. When something which is not differentiating, why we are talking about biases? Biases means there has to be discrimination, there has to be distinction, but there are no distinction, there are no discrimination. Then why there will be biases? I'm sure the screen is in full size, and let's discuss in it a full swing. The first thing which was important for all of us to understand is, what is AI? If I'll ask all of you to just write a simple definition of AI, you all will be talking about artificial intelligence. These two words combining, and you don't believe that, nowadays, in the race of development, even we are teaching this particular concept in schools to the first standard, second standard, third years, standards. Those kids knows what is AI. I'm very confused and in a dilemmatic situation, that if we'll start teaching our kids about AI, what will be the future? uh, I'm so sorry, the screen has closed. Let me just share it again. I'm so sorry. So, what is AI? If we'll just think and, you know, just take a moment of understanding that what is AI. The AI is how to make, first, why AI has come. This particular thing has come to make the programs and computers to do things for people, so that the life of people can be little better. Okay, it was not only with the understanding that, okay, it will come to do my work and I will do nothing. No, it has come with the understanding that it will do some of the smarter work, or sorry, some of the complicated work, not even hard works. Okay, some of the complicated work, so that I can work on smart things. Then second thing comes, the study is how to make computers solve problems which requires the knowledge and intelligence. Later on, the word intelligence has come. Why intelligence has come? Because if you are putting always 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, that is equal to needs an intelligent, that if I'm writing 2 plus 2, the machine has to give me answer 4, rather than I am putting the is equal to and pressing the enter. That is intelligence. The next thing which comes and we become very excited about it is the new efforts to make computers think, machine with mind. Now even one of this thing has come, that you'll give the voice command, and with the voice command, message will be typed. The thing has come now with the intelligence that I will take the picture and picture will be converted into text. Earlier, otherwise, at least this was not there, that the picture will be converted into text. Just think about it. If a picture has been converted into text, all the intellectual people, sitting here in this evening, all the notices will be edited. Right now, we are putting up e-notices. Okay. If the e-notice can be converted into text with the signature, it can be edited, and then it can be later on, put up. See the kind of revolution which is now happening. Then the question has come, why not machine thinks itself? Okay, first we have asked, okay, let's have machine with the brain, and then when machine will have its own brain, then machine will start thinking about it. Thinking means decision making process, learning process, advancing itself. Okay, now other days there is a slang which I just want to use. Humans are not learning, machines are learning from the books. We are learning from the chat gpt, and books, books are there for the machine. So in this particular time when books are, only for the machines, and there are learning, there are more learning by the different machine, imagine what will be the future. The next thing which is with the AI is the art of creating machines that perform functions require intelligence if performed by people. One simple task, 5 people altogether will do it. That simple task, a machine will do it. Machine mean, I'm talking about here from the software to the application to the result making. Okay, last and but not the least is a field of study that seeks to explain and emulate intelligent behavior in terms of a computational processes. I'm going to show you what kind of intelligent process I'm talking about. Now, what is intelligence? First of all, we have to understand, before understanding the artificial intelligence. What do you mean by intelligence? If I want to take a pause and ask you all that, okay, do let me know, what do you all know about intelligence? Is there any holistic definition of intelligence which can give all the ingredients of that particular intelligence? Let me give few definition. Intelligence means the ability to comprehend, to understand, and to gain profit from experience. That is intelligence. It is, I'm not talking about learning here. Okay, I'm talking about the intelligence. There is a difference between you know uh, EQ and IQ, educational quotient, and intelligent quotient. So I'm talking about here right now intelligence. The second one is, it's a general mental capability that involves the ability to reason, plan, solve problem, abstractly comprehend ideas and language, and learn. Can I learn all the languages available on this earth? I don't think so I can master everything, but machine can, algorithms can. You want to know any, want to learn in any language, you want to know, Google is available. It can transcribe, it can translate anything in any language. That is intelligence. What is intelligence is effectively pursuing, interpreting, and responding to the environment. That means what humans do is, if there is a sad story, they will be sad and reacting towards it. That means if there is, let's say there is a problem, I will be, if I'm not even part of the problem, but I have to be, adjusting according to the environment or surrounding I am. The same is the, AI is doing, that it is adjusting in the environment now. That is the situation where we have to, you know, uh, just stop ourselves and think that if I will have 10 friends which are not in physical form, but I'm talking to my chat GPT only. I don't want to talk to anybody because they may judge me. Chat GPT will not judge me, or Siri will not judge me, or any, tool will not judge me. But the question comes is, AI and human intelligence, what is the basic, differences with the parity? Now we have to understand differences with parity. Does AI have to be really intelligent? The first question is to differentiate. If I want to develop a system which will be auto based, that okay, I need not to even give command. You think, you respond. I am drinking coffee every day, so my coffee maker shall make coffee for me every 6 a.m. sharp in the morning. Just think, you are not even present that morning 6 a.m. to your own, house. But the coffee does not know it. Coffee machine will make the coffee. Now, question number one. Question number two is, what is the difference between being intelligent and demonstrating the intelligent behavior? Now, this is critical. We have seen the smart people, those who may not be having that intelligence, but they smartly deal the situation. Even if, for example, I don't know the answer, but I will smartly, diplomatically, or maybe, very diligently handle the situation and, just bypass it. Imagine if AI will learn this behavior and start demonstrating this behavior, that I am asking A, she's responding me B. That is the situation. Now, with this basic intelligence, let's learn what is this Turing test. This is very interesting and important to learn. What happened in, 1950, there was a person named Ellen. He has, made this particular Turing test for imitating the games. Okay. What he used to do is ask questions from two different identities or entities and receives answers from both. So, for example, I am saying, what is this? Somebody is saying one, somebody is saying finger. Both the answers are right. Getting it? If you can't tell which the entity is human and which is a computer program, then you are fooled to, you are making fool to people using an intelligence. That is very, very smart response. So in the Turing test, how he used to do it, I am going to tell you. So what used to do been this Joseph Weisebing, he has developed a dialogue. So, for example, I'm talking to you all. Hello, how are you? You will say that, hi, I'm fine. How are you? If machine will start learning this, that it is not only a question, hello, how are you? I need to even correspond to that person that, hello, I am fine. How are you? That is intelligent. But for example, I said, I'm fine. What did you eat today? And machine is saying, I'm a machine, I don't eat. No, machine is saying, I eat today XYZ. What did you eat in the, lunch, dinner, breakfast? That means even AI knows what is lunch, dinner, and breakfast. And let's imagine it was a past dinner time, and it is asking, what did you eat in dinner? Because she knows it, or it knows, sorry, it knows that it is past dinner time. So in this particular dialogues, what were the dialogues? Let me show it to you. H is human and E is Eliza. This Eliza I'm talking about it, which they have given the name to Eliza, okay, to that particular AI system. Human said, men are all alike. Eliza said, in what way? That means she want to know the particular thing. In what way are you talking about? Human said, they are always bugging us about something or other. Eliza said, can you be more specific? Because yet the intelligence, is yet not the, she cannot understand what kind of, communication it is going. Well, human said, my boyfriend made me come here. Eliza said, okay, now she got the point. Okay, this is not men are all like, because generalize, this is not a general term. Sorry, this is a general term. She needs more specific. The moment boyfriend come, look at the conversation being changed. Eliza said, your boyfriend made you come here? Question mark. He says, I'm depressed much of the time. Now Eliza got to know, okay, depression is the problem, and now she has even started sympathizing. I am sorry to hear you are depressed. Look at the level of intelligence. It's true, I'm unhappy, human said. Do you think coming here will you not to be unhappy? Now look at the situation. Eliza has connected, one instance to another instance, that coming here will you not make, unhappy. I need some help, that much seems certain. Eliza said, would it mean to you if you got some help? Perhaps I could learn to get along with my mother. Tell me more about your family. Now, the family. The moment she introduced her mother, human introduced her mother, you know, Aliza has went or gone now to the family. Look at the level, you know, uh, uh, an algorithm has started communicating. On this line, look at the demo of Alice. Now, Eliza, with parallel to Eliza, there is another system which has come is Alice. Alice and Jerry. Jerry is talking. My name is Jerry. Alice said, hey, Jerry. Jerry said, do you know Turing? Now, Alice has given the beautiful answer. Yes, it's a brilliant and tragic figure in the history of computer science. Now, it is said that who else do you know? Alice mentioned some of the names. Then, which film do you like? My favorite film is this. Have you seen it? Jerry said no. Now, Alice can respond if does not have an intelligent. Okay. No. It has intelligence. What now it's responding? I would recommend you to check it out. What is it about? Science fiction. Do you remember my name? It said, yes, your name is Jerry. Notice, like Aliza, Alice has a memory and now it can connect. Have you seen it? No. Then I would like to recommend it. Now there is a comparison between Alice and Aliza, machine to machine communication. Aliza said, hi, I'm Aliza. Alice said, I'm pleased to meet you, Aliza. Aliza said, how can I help you? Just keep talking to me as long as you can. Do you wish to as long as me? Okay, I will as long as you. Do you wish to will as long as me? Okay, I will. Now see, because Eliza does not have, developed its cognizance, now the communication is going in one line. Eliza gets stuck on the phase I will, and then Alice got stuck on the same phase. They are from here, they have developed their intelligence. Now with this, if you all acquainted with the thing that is intelligence and how artificial intelligence has developed gradually, let's talk about prediction, my friend. If you have any questions, please write in the chat box, and if it is very certain question, I may take it in between also, if you all wish to. Now, what is prediction? There is data, it been put up in an algorithm, and added some predators. Then a model developed. For example, I said all 6 feet heighted men look like criminals. And I feeded the data out of 100 male. There were 70 males, those who were, now this is data, okay? Those, males were criminals. Now algorithm, I put male 6 feet plus. Now predator has come. All male who are 6 feet heighted are now criminals. What is the model? Model is whenever any person is male and his height is 6 plus, now AI system will say that this particular person is a criminal. Now, what is this? This is first historical data. Then we put the data for the application, like filtering something, okay? Then parameters which directly influence the result. Let's put the result. Let's me refine little more. For example, I'm connecting it to height. There are cases of house breaking because we need little height to jump from the wall. The house breaking is majorly done by the people who have, who are tall. So my parameters is house breaking, tall, male. Now the model will come how in house breaking cases, tall, male are only culprits. This is prediction. Now, how this predictive justice work, my friends? We unpredictably, we put the code as a risk. Why I'm using the line. Just now, I've given you a model which was based on 1, 2, 3 algorithm. The first one is male. That means I have excluded all the females. That means I'm saying females can't do housebreaking. If there is a case, FIR filed on a female for the case of housebreaking, the predictive justice will say that, no, she can't be culprit. Let her free without trial. That is first problem. Second problem is gender, done. Second problem is tall. Now, whenever any short-heighted person will come and the person has used some of the, ladder, rope, other person's help, some help, and just jumped. But my machine does not know this. My machine says that no, male, tall, 6 feet plus, they all are criminal. So we put the court as, at a risk because maybe question number 1, past judgments are correct. Second, how we have securely put the data. Third, how correct the data was. Fourth, whether there was a trained algorithm or not. What do you mean by trained algorithm? Let's go back again to the algorithm. Formula or set of formulas to be applied on data. Now we all know that if you are a math student, the formula which we used to put for the algorithm, the result will change with the change of formula. Now the question comes, if that is the problem, then algorithm is the second most important thing. Data is the most important thing. Algorithm is the second most important thing to be used properly. Now the question comes, if that is not there, then court is at the risk of predictive justice. Now, on predictive justice, there are some problems. The problems were, the first one is, ECHR has talked about 79% accuracy. Now, please keep it here 79%. It's a good number. Yes, it's a good number. But the question here is, the complexities, reduction done in process and the decisions is 79% accuracy on average. Yes and no, there were 50% probabilities, and all cases there were 80%, 84% probabilities. if the judicial decisions, significantly will be based on the simulation of the cases. Please read this, when you'll get the PPTs, that how it is impacting. Now, you all will say that, Madam, 79% is a very good number, but come back to India for 1 minute and just think where we says that 1,000 guilty may go unpunished, but one innocent shall not be punished. Now, in this 79%, 21% are good number. We are talking about 1,000:1. That is 0.1. We're not even talking about 100:1. Then how can we take the risk of 21%? Question number one. The question number two, which comes here, is chatbots and the problems. What is the chatbots and the problem here? I want to give an example with predictive justice. Have you ever talked to a chatbot? For example, you are opening a website and there is, hello, I am Tia, how may I help you? Hello, I'm this, how may I help you? What question did you ask? You can ask all your question, whatever you want to ask to, for example, on the helpline number to that particular people. So there are few things. The first is voice recognition and the form completion, content translation, and forecasting the possible outcomes. Now, this is also a prediction. Chatbots may give you the right answer, but they are just predicting the X question has come and the Y response will come. That is on the basis of this AI, they are trying to provide you a solution so that multiple people can get the similar kind of solution. But just think about it. For example, you went to a university website and there is, hello, I am, there is a chatbot, and the chatbot's, algorithm had a wrong information with respect to fee structure. You put up the fees, or you ask the question in a wrong manner. You ask, what is the fees for BTech course? And the chatbot is asking, BTech, which discipline? You ask, BTech computer science. Okay. The fees that chatbot has given, for example, 1 lakh rupees. Now, that 1 lakh is per semester, per year. You even did not ask the question rightly. The response even did not come properly. Now, thinking 1 lakh rupees is per year, you came to the university and you are now, filling up the fees or giving it at the fees. And now they're saying it is for 1 semester. And they're like, no, your chatbot, I have asked your chatbot, and it has given me the fees 1 lakh rupees. I have asked exclusively. Whose responsibility now is when the chatbot has responded, but the question was not right or the answer was not right? Now, in this situation, what you are going to do? Your response, particular dilemma, let's see, has come because of chatbot. Now, is it right? Why I'm asking about this? Because the culpability is nowhere with respect to chatbots. That is why I've asked this. Next thing which comes in, again, European Commission, because at least with respect to technology, we looked at Europe and we see that ECHR, has exclusively given so many things. Let's look at them. Even with respect to the use of, AI, they call it ethical AI. Even chatbot comes under that. They have made up one particular charter, that is European Ethical Charter for the use of AI in judicial systems and their environment. For those, the 5 aspects they have given, the first one is respect for the fundamental rights, non-discrimination. Why I've added 2 red, I'll get back to them. non-discrimination, quality and security, transparency, impartiality, and fairness under human control. I'm giving you another example. Let's see, my surname is Nautiyal. I'm connected it with the Zubeen Nautiyal. Let's see, Zubeen Nautiyal commits a crime, okay? And now in the newspaper comes as, the Nautiyal has committed this crime. Nautiyals are like this. Data, algorithm, biasness, because the outcome will come. Now, whenever the Nautiyal surname will come, the question mark and suspicion will come, because the prediction has come like this, that Nautiyals commit crime. I've been caught, arrested. Now the prediction has come that she is a culprit because Nautiyals are like this. Now, based on one particular instance or even hundreds of instances, can we compare that to the all other hundreds? Answer is no. But that is the predictive justice. The next comes is under human control. When something is under human control, my friends, like for example, uh, the judgment is under the human control. Even in India, we looked at the aggravating and mitigating factors. Even deciding the sentences, we looked at to the status of the person, criminology of the person, psychology of the person, even sociology of the person. Do you think that the machine is going to see all those factors? Where will be transparency, impartiality, and fairness will be maintained? Because to take care of this, European Ethical Charter for the use of AI has come up with this. But in India, there is a way to go. There is, we are yet not been able to accept the plagiarism thing in academics. How will we able to accept the predictive justice? For example, there is a patient in a car and there is a normal car. There is a highway, there is a camera, we all know that. In the highway, the camera captures and each, challan comes to your home. That machine does not know that which car has a patient and in urgency and as per the defense of necessity in criminal law is available to that. But the other, general principles are applied. So how we will be taking care of the respect for fundamental rights? Now here, shall I take care of the e-challan or shall I take care of the human life which I'm having? Now in India, we can't expect that everything will go by, ambulance. Do you buy this argument? Yes. We are at this stage of this country that we don't have, we have situations where, that kind of urgency comes that we have to take the control in our hand. In that can machine things like that the humans can do in that necessity. That is a problem. Now this is one of the exercise which I used to give it to my in this lecture, that these are two petty theft arrests. One is male, white. Another one is African, black. One is with shorter hair or no hairs. Another one is with hair. That means, see, my question here is, I'm not talking about color, I'm not talking about the race, I'm not talking about the hairs. This may be person's choice. But the data which will be filled, this is a picture taken, not the picture, but this was there in US newspaper, that when this picture on my right, on my computer screen, on my right, of the African male, the high risk 8 comes. On the other side, when there is this, person comes, the low risk 3 comes. This is predictive justice, where on the basis of appearance, on the basis of others' past records, the risk factor comes, that prediction is risky. Risky in the sense that how we will be able to make balance, or in today's time, even in India, where we talk about reformation, restoration, if predictive justice will come, where the restoration and reformation will go? We believe in correction. We say that, okay, once a person takes the sentence free from the jail, that person is now corrected. That is the objectivity of the correctional system. If that is the problem, the exercise is, in India, if we'll start deciding on color, appearance, positioning, let's say north, south, east, west, northeast, then do you think that predictive justice will be just and fair, or there will be biases? This is the exercise. You can write it in the chat box, that whether there will be biases or whether there will be just or reasonable. I'm just taking a pause of 10 seconds. You may use chat box for the same, and then I'm gonna read your responses for a moment. Just please write in the chat box. Okay, I got some of the responses. There will be bias. There will be bias. If data is neutral, AI also predicted same. How we will have neutral data? That is the question in hand. Mostly responses I'm getting biased. Unanimously, that means we are getting this as the response bias. Why unanimously we are getting except one? And that is also based on the filled up data, or the data, if the data is neutral. My question is, in India, where we are having so many caste, religion, language, complexes in the sense, in India we have extreme white to extreme dark. Okay, we are not fairly wheatish color. Everybody is not fairly wheatish color. Okay, uh in that particular situation, how we can have even neutral data? That is one problem. Second problem is, even if you are a student of criminology, even there is a theory in criminology, environmental theory, that the environment in the sense ecology. Okay, I'm not talking about the surrounding. Even the ecology gives you risk of anger issues. We have direct linkage to the criminal law. Now, in that particular situation, just think about us, about it, that how we can have the prediction, or can we have prediction in the sense that, let's say, south different, north different, west different, east different, but then where will be the question of justice will come? That means, if I want to be a little relaxed for my this thing, let me go to the other region of the country. We have to see this. Justice has to be uniformly done. That is why the criminal code is nationally accepted. In that situation, how we are gonna to do? I got a one response. Let me see. In India, color we can't fix as element for crime. Dr. Satya, we're not talking about as element of crime. We're talking about the algorithm. When we are to fix the data in the algorithm, there are some prefix. Okay. The prefix is, let's see who has done. Let's understand. There is a crime, shoplifting. Okay. If you pick up the data of shoplifting, women are largely the culprits in shoplifting. But it does not differentiate that men cannot do it. I am not going to those certain offenses like rape, where women cannot be right now punished for rape. I'm just talking about those offenses where there are, there are datas largely, significantly, mostly, likely. Where we'll have the thin line? We'll take the largely or we'll take likely, because somewhere or the other we have to draw the line. So here I'm talking about with respect to the, this kind of biases which I have told you. Because behind this picture, there were 5 significance. The first was color. The second was ethnicity. The third was even the region where they live. One lived in a, urban and semi-posh area. One lives in the rural and, underdeveloped area. Even that was, can I say that all those who are living in underdeveloped area are criminal? That is my biases then. Then even one of this thing was there, that economic status of the person. Can that be a question of understanding? All these factors we have to keep in mind. I am never ever in the in the yes or no category where I'm saying that predictive, justice shall not be there. Predictive justice, predictive algorithm, predictive policing have to be there. But the question is these things. Past judgments are correct. Data has to be secured. Data has to be correct. And there has to be trained algorithm. If these are there, then there can be predictive justice. Now, question comes non-discrimination. Can we prevent discrimination? In India, we have reservation. Is it not a negative, let's not call it negative form of discrimination. Let's say it's a positive form of discrimination. Is it not discrimination? We are differentiating general to OBC, OBC, SC, ST, men to women, men, women, and child. That is distinction. However, when this distinction is not being properly used, that distinction can be unfair. Their unfair treatment could be for, different people. There are problems in Compass and Arnold because there were situations in custody, sentencing, and parole. Predictive justice is not only for sentencing, it is also for custody and parole. If there will be biased judges, biased laws, biased programmers, lack of data, bad algorithm, we have to, what the causes we have to take care. These are the causes where we all have to make the balance. Now, what is the challenge for courts? The challenges for courts are AI under user control. The first situation is if we are having a preclude, a perspective approach. What do you mean by perspective approach? A human is filling up the data. Computer does not decide its own. The person who's collecting the data, he has a perspective approach. Now we see the NCRB data. We have seen the significant rise in the cases. We are not comparing it with our, population which is increasing. We just say that crime is increasing. Crime is increasing parallelly to the population. So that is the perspective approach, that look at the future. And looking at the future, I am so hopeful to provide the correctional system to the country. Then second comes is ensures that the users are informed actor. What do you mean by informed actor? That means they are the part of the, justice delivery system, and they knows that what AI can do. In India, where basic needs are yet not been fulfilled properly, how am gonna to talk about the informed actors to my country people, how I can tell them that what AI does when they, for example, there is an accident happened. If you all have followed the news of Tesla, why Tesla don't want to give the, automated vehicle to India, even after testing, even after completing a phase 1, they said that, okay, let's go for the next phase. They have not denied, but they talk about next phase. Why I'm saying like this? We don't have secure highways. We don't have secure red lights. We don't have things which are in control. So how the informed actors first will correct everything at background and then do it? That is a problem. The next one is users are in control of their choices. Red light is there. I am ready to pay the challan. Let me cross the red light. It's my choice. Why I have to put fine wearing, for not wearing seat belt? It's my choice whether I want to wear it or not. Users are in control of their choices. Look at those sister concern laws, my friends, where the state has to even say that do not litter, the fine will be paid by you. Why we are not able to understand that this is our country and we have to clean it up, we have to keep it in a situation? Because users are in control of their choices. Users can decide what to do and what not to do with the AI's result. So that is the dilemma. When these three things doesn't go in hand, the problem comes. The next problem is also the profiling of the judges. If the judges are not able to understand what predictive justice is for, by whom it has been made, how others will be impacted by it, and how my court can be the system of this particular use, if the ethical, legal, regulation and policies and ban will not be there. These are the questions, and this is one of the project which EU is again working on it, which says that this I can translate it to you. It says that analyzing millions of decisions in per second. So judges has to see this, that the different judgments being analyzed and the outcome is being filled in the data form. They also have to practice it. We have to give proper training to our judges so that they can use it in rightful manner. But before coming to the judges, even predictive policing is a concept. Even Chennai is using it smartly, I can say that. So even predictive policing has to be given to all other states before going to the predictive justice. This is the level of accuracy when Sir Dr. Sathya, if I'm not wrong, has mentioned about it. This is one algorithm which I want to discuss with you all. This says the level of accuracy is reached by the AI. The first one is judgment set. From here, I want to talk to this. Judgment set, let's have, there are 1000 judgments, okay? Those 1000 judgments, 10 were of murder, 10 were of rape. I'm taking the serious offenses first. 10 were of, let's say, property offenses, dacoity. 10 were of, let's say, sedition, let's say, offenses against government. And last 10 were miscellaneous, okay? Some trivial acts. Now, in the judgment says, first, like this, we have to differentiate. Now, my friends, if you are a criminal law teacher or a scholar or a student like me, you know that murder can be done in thousands of different ways. Murder can be attached to different situations. Recently, there was a news, day before yesterday, there was a murder on the toll done by fake police people on a dispute of property. Now, this killing is, I'm comparing it, another murder done by a wife of our husband because she wants to run away with her boyfriend. Can I compare these two murders together? Think, can I compare these two murders together? My answer is no. Now, what comes is a second task, feature identification, that is legally relevant factors. Now, what are the factors in crime? Mens rea and actus reus. Now, actus reus also has differentiation. What are the actus reus differentiation are? One has been killed by 10 blows, punches on let's say face, and there was a clotting in the brain, person died. Another one was shoot at heart, person died. Another one was chopped by a person. Another was hanged. These are four. Actus reus, killing of a person, killed. Dr. Sina, if you will not annotate, I would appreciate it. Okay. Now here is the situation that let's understand mens rea and actus reus. My friends, I'm not giving a class of here a criminal law, but understand the legally relevant factors. Third comes featuring the extraction. Extraction in the sense, common factors, relevant factors, irrelevant factors, even, the factors which were leading to the crime. Now, the data has created. Now, after creating the data, the pre-processing is being done. A pre-processing has been done. How pre-processing been done is to segmentize them. If you have if you've been students of statistics, you must have seen the strata been prepared. Okay, that has been done in pre-processing. After preparing the strata, a classification has been done. Classification in the sense, these offenses like this, these offenses like this, these offenses like this, and then the performance evaluation being done. On the performance evaluation, decision making comes. Now my question comes, killing can be done in thousands of ways. Even if, for example, let's say killing been done by a knife, can I use knife differently? Yes. Can I use knife at different parts of the body? Yes. One can kill by a simple, giving a blow, or one can chop a body. Don't you think these two are different? Can I give the same punishment to one who has uh, killed mercifully and one was merciless? Now you'll say that, madam, you are talking not logically, Peter. Sorry for that. You're not talking you're talking logically, you're not talking legally. Killing is killing, killed by one person to another person. Way of killing was nowhere mentioned. No. It was mentioned when court has discussed so many judgments and talked about aggravating and mitigating factors. For sentencing, all these factors are relevant. So this decision making, and I have given the reference to this decision making goes to these certain levels. If one single or slightest mistake on any of the level being done, the decision making will go, wrongly and differently. Now, let's go to the next thing. Before going to this, if you have any question, please feel free. Excuse me. The next thing which comes is, sorry, this is not moving. I'm so sorry. This has hanged. Uh, my slide is not moving. I'm so sorry. Am I audible to you all?
Yes, 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 audible, audible.
1 second, sir. This is just not working. Yeah, finally it's working. So, we have to go to the next, slide. Oh, it's not working. So sorry, sir.
Participant, there is some network issue. I hope guest will join soon. Please wait for a while.
I'm really, really sorry. There was I lost the power of my system, and then I'm really sorry. I did not
Yeah, no
I'm
problem, no
not
problem.
aware. I'm really, really sorry.
So,
I was just lost the control in between the lecture that I was not having enough battery in my laptop. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen where we have left. So we were talking about, let me just share before. Already I have. I am not able to share, Kalpesh sir. Yes, now I can. Yes, these were the solutions. I was talking to you all, and once again, apologies for the inconvenience. These are the solutions. Now, the solutions are threefold. First, as I have discussed with you, that we have to take care of the ECHR, and ECHR has developed ethical, legal, and even social somewhere the guidelines for the judicial processes, and we all have to you know uh, inbuilt them or use them for the fair trial, because in India we cannot done away with fair trial, because there are so many principles, at least in India, where we are talking about even presumption of innocence. Even we our complete criminal justice jurisprudence says that we have to be respectful towards yes, Soumya, if am I not audible? Kalpesh, so just see this. The second one is new regulations. Uh, Different, governments nowadays, even US is working on it. Even Australia, Netherlands, New Zealand, they are developing, different methodologies for using AI. Now, the good thing about predictive justice is it can gives you a kind of approach. We were having this in criminology, that what are the theories, how all those theories are working. So criminal plus criminology, predictive justice can help in that. So but the modality has to be properly developed. Now, third thing which has to be taken care is the proactive bias correction. In India, where corruption is so deeply rooted, how even the data or processing, securing, using it in algorithm will be untouched from the corruption touch. Now we all have to see this, that if one single or slightest person will have intention to ruin it, it can ruin the complete solution programming. These developments are very much necessaries for person's fundamental right. So if we need to have a balance between innovation and fundamental rights, we have to develop like how machine is in developing intelligently, so as we human has to be more intelligent and intellectually sound for usage of that. So these are three solutions which we need to work. If I want to talk about the way forward, AI for all is one of the approach which Niti Aayog is having, that is the national strategies for AI seeking. It is one of the wonderful program which says that AI for all, and there are programs, there are functions which have been established because of that. But all those questions which were there, we have to look in this also, that how this AI for all will work for everyone's betterment. A role of AI is bound to cause disruption in the legal industry. There is one question has come, even nowadays people ask me, will it take an advocate or judge? Jitendra ji, if you will not annotate, I will appreciate it. Legal industry, my question is no, it will not take at all, because you know legal profession is such a profession where we call it as a human library. Okay, our lab is where we take humans as their act as experiment. So acts will be more advanced, experiments will be more advanced, and for that we will be needing human intervention every time. We cannot say that now there will be complete artificial court system and justice will be delivered. That justice will not be of any use. Ethical principles and fairness and equity is one of the principle which is required in India and needs to take care. My friends, yes, we need to take care of it. Supreme Court has taken the AI portal. Supas is one of the portal. I know everybody must be knowing it, but we have to look at Supas from an ethical perspective now. That Supas is doing legally right, but whether it is doing so ethically and morally right, that is the problem. Predictive justice can offer solutions to a number. We have discussed that predictive justice can offer solutions to different problems with efficiency. Yes, the Supreme Court judges and their different addresses used to say that there is so much pendency in courts. If they'll close the door today and will not take new cases, there will be 100 more years to solve or to clear the pendency which is there in the court system. Now, friends, in that particular situation where pendency is there for next 100 more years, in that situation, I think AI will be a solution where if it will be used effectively, fairly, righteously, then yes, it can create wonders. Algorithm bias means error in the AI system, which can create the unfair outcome. Yes, but those outcomes would be wrong if the date. See, machine again has intelligence to give you the outcome, but you have to give the ingredients. If those ingredients are right, if those ingredients are properly being used, I can I can certainly say this, that we'll not talk about predictive biases. We'll talk about that predictive justice is for just, fair and reasonable. Different countries like US and UK's, they discuss their concerns on social biases in the form of machine assisted discrimination, but they also need people who can have the training on data so that it itself will not be biased. This is all from my side. I'm happy to answer the questions if any, or comments. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. There is a question from Soumya Mani. How do you think can AI algorithms be designed to avoid perpetuating existing biases and prejudices? Also, who can be held accountable for errors or biases in AI-driven decisions?
This question itself is my presentation has answered, but see, first question first, that how do you think AI algorithms were designed to avoid the existing biases and prejudices? To design another AI for correcting the AI, I think there will be time for that. I'll develop, for example, I need to correct something, and that is already artificially designed. I will have another AI to correct it. I don't think so we are in that age. Second question for second part of the question is, when she said that who can be held accountable. Now, Soumya ji, we have to make different people accountable for different things. We cannot make one person accountable. See, if the data has not been filtered properly, then everybody who will be filling even the data, they have not done wrong, because it's not a vicarious liability of everybody together. It will be individual and can be joint liability. So we cannot decide accountability. Now this will be very problematic to decide accountability, because who has done wrong? That is very problematic. So that is this thing. Any other question if we have time?
No, no. That was a great session, actually, ma'am, to be honest.
Thank you.
So, thank you very much, ma'am, for delivering such a detailed and informative session on predictive justice using AI for just or bias. So, one thing I would like to mention that your presentation highlighted not only transformative potential of AI in judicial decision making, but also the ethical and legal challenges it possesses. So, on behalf of the Faculty of Law, Integral University Lucknow, and Law Teachers India, we extend our heartfelt gratitude for sharing your expertise, research, and perspectives with us today, ma'am. Also, we would like to have you again in some other program for
Thank you.
such an informative session.
Thank you so much, Vikashji, for these wonderful words. And if anybody has further questions, I've given my mail ID. We can connect or we can connect on LinkedIn. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Let me tell you, sorry, all the participants, we were faculty coordinator in first edition. So that was again, that's the idea we developed, and then second edition with, Integral University we planned. So it was great, I would say, beginning in the first edition with Dr. Nautika Nautiyal, and then with the School of Law. So great feedback last time we received. On that line, we added some, remove some, I would say, some topics and edit some topics. So make it more, I would say, uh, different because some participants they keep attending program first edition, second edition, third edition. So that's that. So thank you very much and look forward to see you in future events. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Kalpesh sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. And my apologies for the inconvenience in between. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Vikas, and thank you, participant, for joining us. See you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.